Most of the kind of senior financial figures, and we've just been talking to Natixis's boss, still remain incredibly cautious about their approach. So this migration from the grey financial sector into the transparency of the global markets, how does that actually, how long does that take? How many more of these kinds of steps are we going to really need to see?
Well, I think the irony is that listing it on an exchange eventually begins to erode the underlying investment rationale for Bitcoin. If the point of this vehicle, or one of the points of it, is to preserve privacy and anonymity, listing it on a regulated exchange eventually is going to invite a certain reporting requirement and subject it to the same sort of scrutiny that applies to every other financial investment. So there's a short-term positive impact from listing it on something institutionalized like an exchange. There's a big long-term question around whether or not the whole privacy element will disappear at some future point because it is traded on an exchange.
Do I need to worry about the portfolio effect of when this thing comes down? Is there going to... It's very unclear about who owns it, why they own it, will they sell it, won't they sell it, what impact will that have on other things? Is this... With traditional financial assets, there is a margin call, there's a portfolio effect, there's all of these kinds of factors that instantly kick in and spread the story out. Do you think that will happen here?
I think the concern people should have around the eventual unwind of this bubble, which is what many people think it is what's the wealth effect if the price were to deflate substantially. Right now, the market cap of this product is $300 billion. If you thought about $300 billion of debt disappearing overnight, that is a hit to investors, but in the grand scheme of the size of financial markets, if you're talking about a wealth loss of that size across many countries, it's not a big deal. If the price were to double or triple again over the next several months, and this reached a market cap of $1 trillion, and then the bubble unwound, then you'd have to worry about what the wealth effect might be on consumers in certain places. So I think from the value of it now, it's too small a loss of financial wealth if it unwinds to be damaging. But if the market cap were 2 or 3 times bigger, I think this would be something to be a little more mindful of.